Hi everyone, I'm Fiona and welcome back to my garage. And let me ask you this question: what is the worst thing come spring when it's time to go riding again? Well, I'll tell you now, because this video is all about it. Having a flat battery, that's right, it's winter here right now. And these bikes don't get ridden in winter because it's too cold. I'm a fair weather rider, I put my hands up, I don't like riding when it's not a nice day. And so in the winter these bikes just sit here. But come spring, good weather comes around and the last thing I want is a flat battery. Okay, so we're looking at my 78 Honda here. This is an oldie. It's got the old keys on and there's plenty of power in the battery right now that you can reasonably easily just start her up. Although I did start that earlier just to make sure she'd start fine. But the reason behind that is that just down here, and you can't really see it unless you're looking, I have this little plug hanging out. It's black, it's camouflaged, you can't really see, no one had noticed it sitting there. And that plugs simply and easily into my battery keeper. Okay, so I bought this battery keeper. It wasn't that expensive, local hardware store. It just come with the usual bits and pieces, some instructions. We've got a power pack here, runs to a lead, and then usually you get both a little plug. This is what's on the blue Honda there. Also, they tend to come with some jack style plugs. You can use those obviously if the battery is more accessible, like under a car bonnet, or if you want to use the keeper on different vehicles. I do use these on different cars along with the keeper, but when it comes to the bike, particularly one where the bike battery is hard to get to, this is the way to go. So we're going to install this today. Okay, so first things first, I need to work out where I'm going to put this, and the most important part of that, of course, is where's the battery? It's in here somewhere. I think it's under the seat. Okay, so we've dug down to the battery. We've got obviously our positive and negative terminals there. That's all good, but I had to pull a bit of the bike off just to get to that. If the battery was flat and we needed to jump start the battery, if we weren't able to kick start it, that'd be a bit of a pain. So what we're going to do now is we're going to work out where we're going to put our lead. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop this back on, even though you really need to put the seat in first, just so we have an idea of where the cowling goes. Okay, so we run the lead through the top, but if we just tuck that down and zip tie that onto there, that'll be inconspicuous, and it'll be an easy spot to get to because it's exposed, and yet it won't be in the way of anything. Okay, so we've got our fuse running through to the positive. We've got the ground earth down here. The cables run all the way around down to the side for easy access. Now we just put everything back together. That's it, done. So there we go. You can barely tell it's there. Okay, so we're going to plug in a little charger there onto the power board. What do we got? Red light is power on, excellent. And then at this end up here, I'm just going to expose the end of the plug there. And then grab our lead, plug that in. And that's it. We're now plugged in for power. And if we check down to our little pack here, you can see it says charging. There it is. Power on, charging. So that, and these are designed to trickle charge in. Now for the one we prepared earlier. So this one's been sitting here trickle charging, even though I already knew that the battery was charged because it had been charging earlier. And you can see that after a while it flicks over from charging to the green, which is fully charged. Alright, so there you go. Not a massively huge video, just basically a battery keeper, just to keep the batteries in good nick over winter. 2 bikes. We go riding on them obviously across the summer break, but in the winter the batteries go bad. We don't want that, so we just trickle charge them. It's pretty simple, but I think it's worth the investment. It's only like $50 or $60 to buy. It only takes an hour to wire it up. I think it's worth it. I've done it to both the bikes, and there we go. Anyway, that's it for me today. Hope you've had a good one. We'll catch you next time. Bye.